we will fix it because we fixed it before and we know how to do it. So unajua kama kuna shida tunaambiana tu kwa upole, wewe ni ndugu yetu lakini umelemewa, hii sasa huwezi kufanya sasa. Lakini bahati nzuri sisi wa Kenya tumebarikiwa, tuko na watu wa kuifanya. Sasa wacha tufanye hii.
And gentlemen, have you ever listened to Fred Okengo Matiang'i whenever he makes a speech? Have you ever noted that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is quite consistent? And for you to do all that, there are some things you have to do for you to listen to Fred Okengo Matiang'i very attentively. You must put aside your political differences. You must put aside your tribal inclinations. And if you will be able to do that, and you listen to Fred Okengo Matiang'i, you will find that Fred Okengo Matiang'i, when he speaks as the leader. He speaks as the person we need to fix this nation. And that is why many people of late, they are calling him Mr. Fix-It. I have been listening very keenly to the speeches which have been made by Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And many things are actually coming out. And one of the things which is very, very clear is that Fred Okengo Matiang'i is quite different from all political leaders who have come out and who want to stop at the presidency. He is very reasonable. He knows what he wants. He understands the people of this nation. And sometimes when I listen to Fred Okengo Matiang'i, I feel that he speaks sometimes like a father who is in a home and who is guiding his children. So Fred Okengo Matiang'i, sometimes, if you are capable of listening to him, you will find that he is quite consistent, as I have said. He is not a leader who speaks this today and does something different. Because whatever Fred Okengo Matiang'i is able to speak, you can actually find his roots from what he has always been doing. Because if you look at Fred Okengo Matiang'i from the past, you will find that Fred Okengo Matiang'i, as many people believe, he is a performer. He is a person who believes that we are in this world for a very short time and we are there for a function, to perform, to make this country to be a better place to live for all the citizens of this nation. He is not a person who has been found out to be very tribal. You look at all the ministries that Fred Okengo Matiang'i has served. There is no ministry, even one, where Fred Okengo Matiang'i has been accused to be tribal in nature. He has never been accused that when he was in this ministry, many people who he brought abroad to work were the kisses. But he has worked tirelessly and he has performed for the entire nation as Kenya. And that is why whenever you go, you will find that people are saying, truly, this man is workaholic. This man is a good servant. And Fred is a kind of a person who is liked from both sides. You will find those who are within the government. If you ask them about Fred Okengo Matiang'i, they will talk nice about Fred Okengo Matiang'i. If also you go to the side of opposition and you ask them about Fred Okengo Matiang'i, indeed, they will give you the same answer, that for the time we have known this man, is a man who is reasonable, is a man who is capable to work. I want you to listen to this video very keenly so that you can try and find out what I'm speaking about. Please listen to this.
We will fix it because we fixed it before. And we know how to do it. So, unajua kama kuna shida, tunaambiana tu kwa upole. Wewe ni ndugu yetu, lakini umelemewa. Hii sasa huwezi kufanya. Sasa, lakini bahati nzuri sisi wa Kenya tumebarikiwa. Tuko na watu wa kuifanya. Sasa wacha tufanye hii. That's all we are saying. Sio mambo mingi ama namna gani. That's all we are saying. Hakuna vitina hapo. Vitina inatokea wapi? Hakuna vitina. Because it's self-evident. You can see. And then, by the way, I could talk about this until the cows come home. When a government fails in the social sector, the social sectors are education and health. When a government fails spectacularly like this one has failed, honestly speaking, your claim to management of the country is hollow. I mean, what are you saying? And then every day you keep saying, oh, it's working. It's only you who knows it's working. the people who are the recipients of the services, no, they are not there and they are not working. So, mukienda kwa counties na kule kwingine, hivyo ndivyo nataka tueleze watu wetu. Pole, kwa upole, and they are the ones who feel this. You know, it's shameful. We are debating about junior secondary school teachers. 20,000 of them, instead of confirming them. And now go to the second part of taking another group of intern teachers. Sasa, ni kusema we don't have money to pay them, so we cannot confirm them. But we have money to hire 50 school buses to take people to the president's meeting in Ukambani. And then from there, we tell people to queue. We give them money, 1,000 shillings each. You know, haya ni mambo ambayo unaona wewe mwenyewe, as President Kibaki would ask. Wewe mwenyewe unaona na unataka waambiwe. You can see what is happening. I've been pointing out to people in by-elections. In Nyamira, where I come from, there are by-elections. You know, some of these things, my brothers and sisters, are just a matter of common sense. It's not even politics. It's just common sense. The salary of an MCA, let us round it off to about 150,000 a month. If you are going to, because after this by-election, that MCA also elected will serve for about 22 months. Because it's 1 year and about 10 months. That comes with a salary of 3.3 million shillings in total. That's what they will make. Now, a ward, the way we know it, is a group of villages. In other circumstances, you can walk around a ward in 1 day. Just walking around 1 day. Ama namna gani? You can walk in some of these densely populated parts of our country like Kisii, even Kiambu here. You can walk around our county in a day. Then you take 3 choppers. To hire 1 chopper from Wilson here to that place is 1.1 million the whole day. 3 of them is 3.3 million. So honestly, if your brain is functioning, why don't you actually call that candidate and give him that 3.3 million and tell him, have fun? Or tell him, here is the 3.3 million, you serve these people for free until election time. Sasa ukipiga hiyo hesabu uongeze hizo pesa plus the ones that are being used to bribe people plus everything in a ward. I was working down with some leaders looking at some ballpark figures on things that we are hearing and seeing. Some of those that you see the bribery going on. And you discover if you spend about 200 million in a small place like that, about 2 or 3 wards, if you give me that 200 million, I'll ask you for 20 secondary schools and I'll put 10 million shillings each in each of those secondary schools. I will expand them spectacularly. And then lift the burden of the parents who are going to the schools. Lakini sasa muende mpewe pesa every week, mchukue 3-4 million shillings mnapewa na ni pesa ya security na ile nyingine. Munaenda ingine, munagawanya hapo katikati. Then you end up in the village to ask people to queue so that they get 200, they get 100 and so on and so forth. It's actually shocking. Please listen to me and tell this to our people when you go to the counties. There is no empowerment that you can ever give a population than access to education. Access to education is the strongest and most powerful empowerment you can do to a population. Sasa mzee, uende kupea watu shilingi 200 na maharagwe, their children are not going to school, they will not afford going to school in January. What are we actually doing? And you know, all these things we are experiencing are as a result of the chaotic public policy infrastructure of government. Now tukiongea hayo, that is why I want to talk about it gently, nicely, in a matter of fact manner, because it's common sense. It does not require you to have a PhD from Harvard. It's a straightforward matter. So let us focus on this. This is what I'm asking you, my brothers and sisters, to do. Tuko kwa shida kwa nchi hii. Na shida wananchi wanaiona kila siku. Na nyinyi kama viongozi mnaijua. Na sasa bahati yetu sisi kama Jubilee, we have been there. We have done it. So let's have the opportunity to fix it again. Hiyo tu ndio tunauliza, hakuna kitu kingine. We are seeking for an opportunity to give the country an opportunity to go forward. That's all. I am seeking for an opportunity to give this country an opportunity to thrive and excel. Uongo na hii mambo ingine kila siku sarakasi, we can manage ourselves better. That's why I keep saying we are better than this. You know, we are better than this as a country. So nikimalizia nataka kuwaomba hivi. Sasa tumeanza safari. SG wetu has outlined. In the next 2 weeks or so, we will now issue the communique from the party headquarters by the Secretary General on all our planning and how we're going to fill up all those offices. I will myself meet all elected Jubilee officials, from governor, senator, MCAs, kule kila mtu, MPs wote, na yale ambayo yaliyopita niwaambie tafadhali. Let us forgive each other and move forward together. Namna gani? Yeah. Kama tulikuwa na itilafu kidogo tukakorogana, you know, sometimes also transitions bring a lot of things. You know, there are many things I have seen myself because of this transition that happened. You know, watu tulikuwa tunakaa nao hapa asubuhi naona kwa press conference wanatangaza wao wamejiunga na ile serikali mpya. And you thought tulikuwa na wewe hapa. Sasa mambo imekuwa namna gani? You know, principle and value is a difficult thing. Lakini now we have learned. Tumesoma hiyo yote. Let us take it that hiyo ilikuwa kipindi ya kujifunza. Sasa tumejifunza hiyo, tumejuana vizuri. Na wale wengine wote, ndugu zetu na dada, sisi hatuna ubaya na mtu yeyote. Sasa tuwe ndio wa kwanza, tusameane, tukae kama familia. If there is anybody who's the prodigal son, sisi tufanye kama Biblia, tumuvalishe nguo yetu mpya ya Jubilee, tumwelcome, tukae na yeye, tuendelee na safari ya maisha haya. Because you see, we are here to make a contribution and we are here for a season. Hakuna mtu atakaa hapa milele ama namna gani? We are here for a season. So because we are here for a season, let us not focus on deepening anger and frustration and vitina na kusumbuana. Sisi kila mtu karibu nyumba yetu ya Jubilee, milango yote iko wazi. Dirisha zote ziko wazi. Na sisi roho zetu ziko wazi.
After listening to that, you can really be touched the way Fred Matiang'i speaks. He is quite accommodating. And that is why in instant he's able to say, if you have been given leadership, and then we came and say that we also want to take this nation forward. It is not that we don't like you. It's only that the responsibility you have been given, you are not capable of doing them. Then it is wise also from even your part to move aside so that somebody can come in to perform, to make the country to be better, even for you. And that is why from that video, Fred is saying that we are not against you. We want to help you. We want to make the nation to be better for us all. And that is why we must work together. So Fred looks to be quite unifying. He's a unifying person. Because if you look at other political leaders and the political leaders who are within government and who are within the side of opposition, you will find that they are quite aggressive. And more so, those leaders who are going to stop at presidency. But Fred is quite different. Very different. He's quite presidential. He's not a leader who is polarizing this country. He doesn't want to spark what we call ethnic division. He doesn't want to spark regional division, but he wants to unify this nation. He wants to make people in this nation to feel as Kenyans, where no one is actually made to feel as if he's not a Kenyan. So Fred Matiang'i is actually somebody who, if he will be given that chance to serve this nation, then he's going to make the country to be a good place to be. There are people who even say that, what if we give Fred Matiang'i the leadership and he eventually change, like probably William Samoei Ruto? But there's one thing which people must be able to see, that this man called Fred Matiang'i is quite consistent He doesn't speak what he has not done. He speaks what he has always done. He's not a sweet talker. He's a person who comes out with reasoning. He's not a person who will overpromise, who you will think is an angel from heaven. He tells people, I am like you, but I can be able to do A, B, C, D. And probably I cannot be able to do A, B, C, D. And that is why I say Fred Okengo Matiang'i is quite reasonable. And the people of this nation should actually accord Fred Okengo Matiang'i a chance so that he can lead this nation. What do you have to say about Fred Okengo Matiang'i? The way he is coming up, the way he is doing things, the way he's welcoming people, the way he's trying to unite people together. Please drop your comments in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, and lastly, share the video to your friends and request them for us, if they are lovers of politics, to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.